Hello. Just wanted to chat with you a little bit today about songs. Um, I can't get away from songs. Um, Sophie and I were talking today. We were listening to a song on the radio, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it was like way overplayed, like in her growing up years. And then we would sing it at church too, and it was just like it almost became so trite. Even though the words were peppy and I'm sure heartfelt by the author. Um, but I have been talking to her about all these hymns that have come up from um, my childhood, and like "Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing." I'm going to save that for another talk, but that is one. Or "There's Joy in the Lord." Um, or plenty. So I don't know what if you grew up in church or what your background is. It's okay wherever you are. Just I'm glad you're here. But I grew up in church, the First Church of God. This actually was from it was a hymnal from the First Church of God in Germantown, Ohio, which was the church that Bob and I really first met at because his family was from Germantown, and my family moved to Germantown when I was 7. So Bob and I didn't meet until he was like 10 and I was 12. Um, but we were always, our families were both faithful attendees. And so that meant, in our lingo, Sunday morning, Sunday night, and Wednesday night. And so sometimes I would tell our girls, sometimes on Sunday nights we would just go and sing. Like there wouldn't be a speaker or something, but we would just have a singing night, and people would say, call out their favorite hymn, um, and then everybody would sing it, and they just couldn't believe that. But as someone who's always loved to sing, um, I kind of liked those nights. And no, I didn't love every hymn in the hymnal, and but I love this one. I love to tell the story. Um, and this was another one that was written, looks like by William Fisher, and his life was from 1835 to 1912. And so, what I can tell you is these old hymns, boy, they really are deep. That was a time period of the church, I think, when the people who wrote these hymns wrote, they were in experiencing very difficult times. And the time period from when my girls were growing up wasn't that hard. It really wasn't that hard. And our songs reflect. Now, there were personal hardships, right? So, like Laura Story's Blessings that we listened to before, talked about before. Um, that was, when you read her book and hear her story, that song makes perfect sense. And what if your blessings come through raindrops? What if your healing comes through tears? So that's a personal sorrowful song of probably lament and healing and deep depth. It has depth. Certainly a lot of songs that we sang over the last decades didn't have the depth that these hymns did, still do. I don't know if you are a person who loves music. What are your thoughts on that? You can comment in the comments and share your thoughts on that. And what songs are getting you through the hard times? I know it blesses my soul when I hear singing in the shower, and that's the place where the Lord restored my song after Bob had died. I've shared before, I just had no song, and I just couldn't sing. And it came back one morning slowly, slightly in the shower. And so anyway, um, yeah, that's my gift for you today. Think about that.